All right, traders, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Top Trader channel. It's your head trader here, Cleveland Bishop. We've been monitoring a Euro USD position that we called out quite some time ago. Here's the screenshot of the thumbnail that we mentioned, the big trading opportunity for September, and we were specifically, of course, talking about the Euro USD. Now, we need to go all the way back to that point in time so we can rationalize a little bit better as to what the opportunity was, because it has played out. Now, there were some naysayers on the channel, people who thought the market was going to run back to the $20s because it was running. It was a pretty massive spike that markets had to the 119, actually 120 area, and then it pulled back quite significantly into the consolidation and has now subsequently broken the low of consolidation, and now we just are assuming more momentum. Now, we have had some members inside of the community already lock in over 150 pips profits, depending on where they got in inside of that consolidation, but there are a couple of folks that are still looking for this bad boy to run potentially down to, I'm looking at the 114s. Obviously, let's just head over and take a look at it. You can see the 114s is quite an interesting area. That is where we're getting a tremendous amount of support. But before I go too deep into where we are now, here's a quick recap. I want you guys to take a look at the initial trade idea that we had. I had Kyler, one of our senior traders, in that content piece with us. Take a look at what we had initially thought for the Euro U, and then we'll follow up. That's our idea on the Euro U. Okay, obviously there's counterparty risk with the dollar. We want that dollar to break out of that consolidated area that I showed you guys just a second ago. We'll run back to it. Okay, so yes, we want the dollar to break outside of this very tight little consolidation down here, push that back to the upside. But at the same time, we still are facing certain things happening over in Europe. We will want Europe, as Kyler mentioned, we want to see a little bit more risk coming into the Euro area. What that would do is that would drive, this is our Euro index, by the way, that would drive the Euro back sell side, which is something that's pretty cool. Pretty simple trade, and that's the end of that. So in that piece, we were talking about what we saw on the US dollar index. Now, this isn't the DXY. This is our US dollar index, right? So if you guys notice here, all right, we're finally getting some pressure out of that consolidation. This is what markets were looking like before, right? More or less. We were really stuck inside of that specific range there. Here, let me pull up a nice little zone so you guys can kind of see what I'm really talking about here. We were stuck inside of this range, and we were basically saying, hey, look, we want to see markets break outside of that range. And look at what happened. All right, we ended up breaking below it. And so that's when a lot of the naysayers came in and said, hey, guys, look, it looks like the dollar's getting weaker. The US, all the different, whatever rationale they had as to why they assumed markets would break the low, they came to us with those ideas. But for us, it was more or less volatility. Now, it did alert us. We did push out another piece of content where we said the volatility on this trade is insane. And I specifically talked about this breakout that you guys are looking at right now. Let's roll the clip on that breakout. This was probably a week or two later since the original idea. Let's specifically run the clip on what I mentioned in regards to that specific breakout. Easily get sucked right back up inside of this consolidation if we don't have a solid catalyst to drive markets lower, but I think we do. So like I said in that content piece, it's volatility, and that was a very, very thin range to begin with, and markets are very dynamic. These are all just functions of the marketplace. And so I did understand at the time that, hey, we might just suck right back up inside of that range, making it technically a larger range. Markets do that all the time, where they'll make these very small, tight ranges here, and then they'll break a low or break a high, making the range larger. But those are technically false breakouts, but eventually it just stops being false breakouts, and now the range is just significantly larger. This is something you have to understand, again, as a factor of markets, because once you see a breakout happen and you're like, oh, see, a lot of the guys, probably new traders in the business, are like, oh, see, it broke the low, it's about to run. No, it's just volatility. It sucked right back into the range, and so on and so forth, right? So as you guys can see, we did run right back inside of the range here, and we really just started meandering around, again, all these price areas. If we move on over, and now we're finally testing, breaking outside the top of that range. But the amazing thing is, okay, because markets came back inside of the range, it got us to get a little bit more confident, and it did get us to position the trade a little bit better. So long story short, again, that's our dollar index. Let me pull on over. Right, so let's say, for example, previously you're like, okay, cool, I want markets to break past the 1730s. Well, of course, if you get this massive run to the upside, here's that $1.20 hit that I was talking about. if you get this massive run to the upside, and by the way, that $1.20 hit coincides directly with when markets broke the low there. If you get this $1.20 hit up into the range, technically, if you still believe the same trade idea, right? If the same trade idea, which for us was we should start to see a little bit more buy side on the dollar based off of risk factors coming into markets, whether it's because of the election, whether it's because of coronavirus increasing, we thought there was going to be a sentiment change, and those sentiment changes can last some time. You guys can notice, I mean, we're nearing the end of September here, and we're just now getting our price move where we see markets breaking outside the low. But again, sentiment changes can take a little bit longer than different types of trades, okay? And this is where you have to have a more solid understanding of how fundamentals work, because it's not as simple. Sadly, there are still people that believe that reading an economic calendar is fundamental analysis, which is far from the truth. That almost has nothing to do really with fundamental analysis. It's just data that's coming out. It's just information. You don't build your business or strategies around that, okay? It's a little bit more to it. But long story short, since we got a chance to basically get a retest of really what was, you know, the area where we were saying, hey, we don't want markets breaking outside of that, and what that allowed some of the traders inside of the community to do, and some of you guys here on the channel who took this trade as well, what that allowed you guys to do is get a better position. Okay, that allows you guys to, you know, in some world, average down. Now, again, many people, you know, are against that, but at the end of the day, were you really averaging down if markets are still inside of your consolidated area that you're assuming markets to be? Okay, you're more or less now receiving an average price. I would assume averaging down is when markets break outside of your consolidation and you're still trying to sell it, and it's just completely outside of the area where you said, hey, I'm going to get out of this trade if markets break past this point. So it did allow us to get a better position in regards to where we wanted to start that selling process, and boom, we had a couple of folks get in at the $1.19. Since markets are at the $16.70s right now, it's $16.80s. That's a pretty solid move, over 200 pips, and we had folks in the community grab that, okay? So we're going to continue to watch what happens here with this Euro USD. Remember, you know, it's going to take time for certain positions to play out. The thing I'm afraid of when it comes to people who are only interested in day trading is they get washed out a lot. They'll look at these larger time frames like the daily and not truly conceptualize the idea that, hey, since you're looking at the daily, it's going to take days for certain trading opportunities to play out, potentially even weeks. Okay, so definitely if you're in the day trading world, you will probably want to stay off of the daily and really focus down on those smaller time frames, because sure, maybe you can grab a hit at the high of this consolidation, and then we see markets run back down into structure. There's been another trade even that's been taking days to play out that is doing extremely well that we called out in the community. We'll be talking about that one next week, so make sure you guys subscribe. It's a GBP play, and how GBP and Brexit is all adding up has been very, very beneficial to us as traders, because again, it's very predictable moves that's happening on that specific currency. We're gonna be talking about that next week. All right, so guys, at the end of the day, Euro, we're finally breaking past that consolidation. Let's take a look and see exactly what currency is moving. We know the dollar is getting stronger, which is what we wanted. Let's see if we're getting a little bit of Euro weakness. Wow, we're not. Take a look at that. Euro is still stuck in that consolidation. So if we start to get some Euro weakness, that's when this Euro USD trade is about to run to the upside, because we're looking at both currencies separately. A lot of you guys like to talk about, oh, this is my favorite trading pair. Oh, I love the way this pair moves. Yeah, we don't trade in that capacity at all. It's very important that you don't, because what you actually want to do is you want to rationalize separately what each currency is doing and then align them in your favor. It's called economic divergence. We've been talking about that for years. Okay, so guys, we have a lot going on here in the Top Trader community. So if you guys have any interest, or if you want to learn a little bit more about fundamentals, make sure you click the link in the bio below. We'll keep seeing how this Euro USD plays out. And next week, we're going to be talking about the GBP. We're going to be coming out with some more content this week, but next week specifically, the GBP and how that trade has been playing out for us as well. It's been very, very good. We haven't posted it on the channel at all, but I want you guys to know what's been going on there. Okay, so guys, trade safe. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Click the link in the bio. There'll be some information there for you guys to contact us. Talk soon.